Good morning, Eduknow. This is Kevin here from Yale University. I just wanted to talk a little bit about how I spent my winter break, which was really long. It's almost a month, really. So what did I do? How did I spend my time? I was back home in Miami, but I was sick, and instead I exercised my mind. So I read a couple different books. I read this book of short stories by this Thai author that my sister recommended. I read How to Win Friends and Influence People. That was a pretty short read, quick book. And then I read this really interesting book called The 7 Habits of Successful People by Dr. Stephen Covey. So that one was my favorite. Definitely recommend it to those of you. It really changed the way I think. Basically, I delegated my time teaching because I work for this startup. It's called I Learn World. I became a founder. So I teach kids how to personal analytical essays and creative pieces. And then on top of that, I studied tons of vocabulary. I learned 500 words in Portuguese in about 3 weeks. I started watching Portuguese TV shows. I started reading this Portuguese fiction book called The Alchemist, O Alquimista by Paulo Coelho. But during our family vacation, he actually went kayaking and saw manatees. Manatees are really big, and all they do is really kind of drift around and eat seaweed all day. So I definitely want to be reincarnated as a manatee. They're endangered animals because in Florida, they hang out in these really shallow waters, and a lot of the times, motorboats won't see them in the water, and then a boat just vroom, and it just destroys their back and kills them that way. The guide said there was around like 500 of this species in Florida, so they're very rare. It was kind of exhausting because my mom's not very big into paddling, so I was really putting in the work. It was me and my mom in one boat, and my sister and my dad in another boat, and it was, oh my god, it was so funny. You had to be there. But my sister and my dad were like fighting. They couldn't move the boat. There was no coordination. And then I just told my mom, just sit down, relax, and I will be the engine, the propeller, and the rudder. I will do everything. We had a phenomenal time just hanging out in Florida on this kayaking trip.